All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, Kodash, and double honor to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the 144,000 and the hopeful elect. Shalom Barakatum. And this is Yara coming back at you with another lesson and warning, okay, of the things that we, as the watchmen, as the scriptures say, I've set up watchmen, which I'll get in a second, about what's going on in your world, relevant things, okay? As you can see, this headline, it says California has 6 weeks of gas supply. After that, it gets expensive, okay? So what people are not fully grasping is the delayed damage and destruction that's coming to the economy due to the events that occurred a few months ago that everybody's kind of forgot about. Okay, the Iran war, okay, the talks of it has slowed down. People aren't really talking about it as much as they were, let's say, like a month ago, okay, or a few weeks ago, because other things enter the news. But as we know, the wickedness and evils still grow, okay, as it says in Second Ezra, the 16th chapter. I'll just type it in. Okay, just put in rituals. Second Ezra 16. Okay, because you forgetting about it don't mean the problem goes away. Okay, man. In fact, I'm gonna start at 17. Woe is me, who will deliver me in those days, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death. All right, and so the running out of gas. If you can just imagine the pandemonium of gas going up, and people literally can't even afford it, even if they could get in the line to get it because it's going to be rationing and saving it from here and there. The amount of chaos just that alone is going to cause, man. Okay, people already having road rage incidents. All right, people are already crashing out. Making rash decisions. So that's why it's likened into the beginning. Okay, and it's going to get worse. It's going to get bad. And a lot of people are going to beg for a solution. They don't want to think about this problem. They don't want to be a part of a crisis. They don't want to feel any kind of pain. Okay, that's why this place is likened into that virgin daughter in Isaiah 47. Okay, which comes to mind. I may grab that as well, but it says, "The beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear. The beginning of evil." So even the elites are going to get worried. Okay, about this thing going off the rails, and rightfully so. They already have bunkers. Okay, they're really already afraid because they know the amount of damage that they've done, and they know the amount of destruction that's getting ready to come and hit America. They've already abandoned you, American people, man. I'm telling you that. Okay, we're the ones watching and warning. Okay, it says, "The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?" That's a good question for y'all. We're gonna have faith in the Lord. Okay, and pray He has mercy on us. And if He doesn't, we die manfully. Okay, that's the plan. Okay, not get a bunker, not get a bug out bag, and do all of this. Ain't nothing wrong with having a plan and a recourse, here and there. But if you think that that's going to be you, if you think that you are going to save you're going to save yourself out of some plan that you came up with, you're out of your mind. Okay. Now the Spirit may lead you to do certain things, you know, in preparation for that. But that's never going to be enough because all of America is about to burn up, all of it. That's why it said the beginning of sorrows and great mournings. Okay, it says, "Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment." The word amendment means to change. That's why the Lord made those things, the famine, the plague, and the tribulation. All right, to punish the people, to get them to turn from their wickedness, man. Stop all of this consumerism, okay? Stop prostitution culture, okay, where everything is selling you through the lens of sex, okay? Stop engaging in gluttony, okay, and having an evil eye towards your brother and just self-destruction, man. But these people aren't going to do it. But for all the, verse 20, but for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they should think themselves to be in a good case. All right? That's where you people are. That's where you were with these gas prices. All right? Wanting things to go back to normal, but then it says, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So when you thought the Iran war died down, okay, phew, World War III averted. Actually, no. All right, when you look into the article here, look, it says 11 weeks into the Iran war and global energy shock, California drivers are paying the highest gas price in the nation, an average of $6.15 a gallon. Golly. This week, man, it says the pain at the pump is colliding with California's ambitious push away from fossil fuels as refinery closures, okay? And I was watching Jimmy Dorgo speak on this as well. Okay, they're trying to push everything to electric, but electric is more taxing. Okay, your only thing you're doing is having them putting gas in your car. The power plants are just using more fuel. It's the same amount of fuel. Okay, and you think they're not going to charge you for it? You're out of your mind, man. Okay, I think he had mentioned that charging up a electric vehicle is like running 20 refrigerators, man. Okay, on top of them building these AI data centers, you're about to be priced out of energy. Period. Okay, so the whole electric car thing is a snare. Okay, and what's gonna happen in 6 weeks? Okay, you think these people are gonna all just starve out and stay in California? No, it's gonna spread. Okay, and Esau knows this. Okay, this is why it's important to watch. Ezekiel. Ezekiel 33:2, Son of man, speak to the children of thy people, and say unto them, when I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast and set him for their watchman. All right, I'm gonna just go to it. I want to get to that verse 7 there. If when he seeth the sword come upon the land, and blow the trumpet and warn the people, okay, and then see other camps are out here making Israelite hit piece videos to get viewers and Dirty Mac to get members, okay, because nobody is buying what y'all selling, man. You're sold out, you're played out, you're dried out. All right, and they're not warning you of the pertinent things that's related to your salvation. Okay, like preparing your mind, okay, for what's getting ready to come. When you listen to a guy on a video and you feel more comfortable and more at ease and just you just feel entertained, okay, then you got deceived, man, because we're not in a time of entertainment. We're not in a time where we're at ease. We're in prison. Okay, we're at the end of our sentence and we don't even know, okay, if we're gonna, quote unquote make parole, okay? If the Lord's gonna have mercy on you, is what I mean. Okay, so where is this coming from? This sense of complacency, you know. Verse 4, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. Okay, so if we told you that things you're supposed to hear and you ignore it, then hey, that's it. Okay, we don't care. As a matter of fact, we don't want you to be a member. Okay, we don't want you to. The Lord don't want you. So what we look like wanting you. All right. And this also proves that a lot of you guys are about to pay. You so-called teachers, okay, who led men away stray, whether it was that jump shot in 2020 or just various doctrines. The Jacob's trouble ain't gonna happen. We're telling you right now that it's literally right here in front of your face. Okay, verse 5, he heard the sound of the trumpet and took not warning. His blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. All right, and that's all we here to do, man. We actually cannot save people, man. We were just sent up to be the watchman. Okay, and the Holy Spirit's going to do the rest. Okay, they hear it through us. Okay, and it's up to him through the Holy Spirit whether or not he takes heed. You see? But if a watchman see the sword come and bloweth not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword come and take any person from among them, he is taken away his iniquity, but his blood will I require at the watchman's hand. All right? And that's why we warn you, man. All right? Last verse, verse 7, so thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, thou shalt hear the word at my mouth and warn them from me. All right. So we've set up to be a watchman over Israel, not all of the nations. Now, can everybody watch the video? Sure. But we're not concerned about everybody else. Why? Because the Lord is not concerned with everybody else. There's a select group of individuals that he cares about, and that's why they're only going to be saved and not everybody else. Okay? It says California could see 6 weeks out. After that, prices could rise. Okay, and now what they were breaking down is that the prices actually may not rise, it may stabilize, and that's usually a very terrible sign. Okay, when the prices go so high that they stabilize on their own without any intervention, because what that means is the demand is now out. People are now priced out. People are literally not going to buy the gas because they don't have the money to buy the gas. Okay, so the demand drops, and that causes the prices to stay. He said they could stabilize at what, 650 out there, because that's like the breaking point in which people literally cannot afford. They can't go to work, especially gig economy jobs. Where do you think all of this is going to go? Y'all about to get touched, you Babylonians. Okay. Isaiah 47:1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. Because you people act like your SHIT don't stink. Okay? You act like you're better than people when you're actually the basis of people, when you're actually a laughing stock. Okay? When people they actively reject your culture in their home countries. They embrace it when they come here because they have to so to speak, to get what? To get money. To get paid. Okay? People don't want to live in America anymore, okay? They want to come here to get paid and go back. Because it's toxic, it's rancid, the politicians are corrupt, everything's backwards. Okay? The food here is it's illegal to just poison people here. That is unbelievable. That it's just legal to poison people. You see? It says, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right, and this is basically what has been going down, is you've been the untouched. Okay, nobody would dare lay a finger on America. You had the famous incident of whatchamacallit, you had Pearl Harbor, you had the 911. Okay, you had the sinking of the Lusitania, all of these events, and we go back and we found out that this was orchestrated. It is manufactured so you can go out into the world and be the offensive, the offender. You see? So America really hasn't truly been touched by other nations authentically. They've made up stories saying that they were, and this is why we're justified in going into war. But nobody's really have been put hands on you. Okay, so now we're in that time. The Lord reserved you, man. The Lord reserved you, Americans, to get comfortable, to get fat, to get slow, soft. All right. It says take millstones, grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Okay, so this means you're getting ready to prepare to cross over. Okay, into judgment, into destruction, man. Okay, you're gonna get exposed, and then you're gonna go into a state of rapid judgment. Okay, those mischiefs the scriptures speak about. Okay, and it's gonna end in a grand finale, which you should know what that finale is. We talk about it all the time. Okay, you just type up that word "great earthquake" in the book of Revelation. Okay, it says, verse 3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man. Okay, so everything you found and lied about is all being found out and being sought out now, man. Okay, what you've been doing behind closed doors with the Eastine guy and your whole cabal, and how you're all protecting them. Okay, your science has been found to be wicked witchcraft sorcery. Okay, Fauci got a pardon. Okay, nobody believes you went back to the moon. Okay, yeah, they all in the comments cooking you, man. So everything you've said and out of pride, everything you've lied about, it's all been exposed. Everybody knows America is just that degen, okay, short for degenerate. That everybody just kind of tolerates because they got money or they got a certain status, but they can't wait for your ass to go down, man. Verse 4, as for our Redeemer, the Lord Yahweh of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness. Okay, in the book of Job, it says the light of the wicked shall be put out. Okay, his candle is going to be put out in his tabernacle. Okay, that symbolizes his wisdom just being confounded and set into confusion. Okay, when you leave wisdom, the vacuum of wisdom is chaos and confusion, man. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, it says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called the lady of the kingdom. See how you were referred to as the lady of the kingdoms, and now you can't even go without gas for a few weeks, with all hell breaking loose. Because that's how soft you people are, and a lot of you men are too. A lot of you are about to die. Okay, let me just say it plain. Verse 6, I was wroth with my people, I have polluted mine inheritance, and given them into thine hand. And thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. You literally oppress everybody, man. Okay? But the main offense is the Israelites. Do you have to be paid back for all the destruction you've caused in the earth and the atmosphere and things? Oh yeah, absolutely. But the main thing, all right, is coming against the people of the Lord. All right, it says, and thou saidest, I shall be elated forever, so thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. All right, so what's getting ready to happen next? All right, you people earned it, man. You know, I could continue on in Isaiah 47, but you can read the rest of that chapter. It's a beautiful chapter, one of my favorites. We'll keep you updated on news as things come out. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem Rachak Wadash Kwam Yasharallah Abba Babal Shalom.